in the immortal words of DMX, first we're going to rock, then we're going to roll, then we let it pop, go, let it go. X go and give it to you. He go and give it to you. X go and give it to you. He go and give it to you. I said earlier on, when X makes a play, there can be a new X song this season. And lo and behold, Patriots knocking on the door. Who comes up with the vital fumble? Xavier Howard. You don't have to like him, but respect when it's due. Gotta respect X.
It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm Charlie Touche, and I got Kadeem Simmons with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. If my voice sounds a little funny, let me do this to help you out. Let me give me a second. I'm gonna help y'all out. That should work. But Kadeem, what time is it right now in London?
Exactly 3 minutes past 3 in the morning.
It's 3 a.m. in London.
3 a.m.
So this is a primetime episode.
Primetime episode for a primetime podcast. That's how it is.
I'm trying to tell you, listen, for those who don't know what's going on, because y'all going to catch this on a Monday. It's Victory Monday, by the way. It is 10:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Miami time. I just came back from the game. Like, while we recorded, at the time of recording, I literally just walked in the door from Gillette Stadium. I barely have a voice. And my voice kind of sounded muffled because I had a visor on. A visor that I'm probably going to start wearing a lot more often now. But listen, again, it's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm Charlie Touche, got Kadeem Simmons with me. It's for the fans and by the fans. The Miami Dolphins are 1-0 and lead the division. 2-0 against Belichick in the Tua Tagovailoa era. Yo, what's that feel like to come away and walk away with a W, Kadeem?
Honestly, and this is me being totally honest, it feels bittersweet. I say that because the way the game started, that opening drive, I was like, okay, it it is how it is. Obviously, I knew we were going to be like that every single drive, but perfect way to start the game. Get the ball back from the Patriots. I'm like, okay, do you know what? If we can keep this up, it's going to shut up all the Tua haters. It will send a message to the rest of the AFC East, and we'll be good to go. And then as the game progressed and the Patriots kind of got into it, and the offense started to stutter for the Dolphins. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad we got the dub, but it was an ugly win. Now, a win's a win. I'd much rather win ugly than lose pretty, if that makes sense. There were games last year where Fitz was throwing the ball all over the place and the Dolphins were racking up yards, but were taking L's. That's not me. I'd rather win pretty, but at the same time, it was nerve-wracking, that, put it that way. And that was me at home at my desk watching it. You was at the game. What was that like?
At the game. Gillette Stadium. 6 banners hanging over the end zone. 70,000 Patriot fans. Look like a sprinkle of aqua and orange, bro. The disrespect of the Patriot fans. And I will say this, by the way, they weren't rude or disrespectful. Just a couple people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not like Philly fans. So shout out to humans, like the people of Boston. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I still don't like Boston, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Listen. 2-0 against Belichick, bro. So we had to fight. So y'all know I'm up here working. I have a job that I have to do up here. That's why I'm here. I ended up in Boston because I have to work. So I had to rush to the game after work, right? I rushed to the game after work, and I'm like, man, there's a chance I can make the opening kickoff, but I might be late. For those of us who know Charlie Touche, it's two things that I really don't like. I don't like people waiting on me, and I don't like waiting on people. There's a difference, though. I have patience. You know what I'm saying? I have patience, but there's certain things that I don't like to tolerate. Tolerance and patience, two different things. So I don't like people waiting on me, and I don't like waiting on people. And that's kind of in the same neighborhood of I don't like being late. I'm always punctual. Like, that's just who I am. I'm a business-oriented person, professional. I like to be punctual. So I'm ready for the game. As soon as I leave work, I'm dressed already. I'm ready. The visor that y'all seen, check it out. Hey, so for those of us who've only been following the audio version of the podcast, we are on YouTube now. So what I am wearing right now is what I wore to the game. I just left the game. You know what I'm saying? So I had this visor on. You know what I'm saying? Had this visor on. Yeah, already. So had this visor on. I'm out here, aqua and orange. I told y'all what time it is. And we didn't get there for kickoff, but you know, they do the national anthem and everything, and they had to fly over, and we're in line to do the little ticketing thing in line, and the flyover happens. So you know, I know kickoff is minutes away, and I'm still in line in the ticketing thing. Me and Burt, by the way, Burt that only showed up on the podcast one time, but met Kadeem in London with me. He came to the game. We'll post some pictures. I was trying to multitask and post on social media at the same time. Couldn't do it. It was too close of a game, though I did not think the game needed to be that close. So we get in there, and it's like, what's going on? I don't know. I hear fans. I hear crowd. What's the deal? So I'm not sure. And I recorded it, by the way, because, you know, I like to watch Dolphin. I play back Dolphin games. So I recorded it. So I'm not even sure if Miami got the ball first or New England got the ball first. Did New England get the ball first?
Miami got the ball first.
Miami got the ball first. So I really want to say New England. Here we go. So you don't know who got the ball first? This guy.
Listen, okay, in my defense, I was working at the same time.
All right. Let me finish.
I was trying to work and watch the game.
In your defense. All right. So, and like I said, we're recording hours after the game. This is not a whole day. I did not get to rewatch the game. I did not hear all the ESPN takes and other Dolphin takes, you know what I'm saying, on Twitter. Like, yo, this is fresh out. Like, I still gotta go take a shower. You feel me? I think I got beer on my shoes. You feel me? From the people sitting around me. You feel me? So it's fresh out. So I get there, and New England just punted to Miami. So I felt like New England got the ball first, and they stalled, and they punted to us. And did we score on our first drive, Kadeem?
Opening drive.
All right. So yeah. So New England got the ball first. If that's the case, New England got the ball first. All right. So now the Dolphins have the ball, and we have to walk around the entire stadium. We were in the 28 section, and we came in the 1 section. 28 is all the way on the other side. We got a tour of Gillette Stadium. That is how far we had to go for our seat. So halfway there's like a standing section only. So me and Burt were like, wait, we're driving. And it looked like easy money. Before we even got on the other side of the stadium, we were already like in the red zone. I'm like, yo, vibe, let's stop here because we just got here and we just got the ball and we're already in the red zone. Let's just stop and watch the rest of the drive. Tua is about to score, is exactly what I said. Tua has a keeper. It was a keeper, and he ran it into the end zone, right?
Yeah.
Easy money. We find our way to the seats, sit down, all comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going exactly how we drew it up. Like, yeah, we're going to be good. We're going to be straight, kid. You feel me? Like, aqua and orange. People looking at us crazy. We already up 7-0. 7-0. I'm like, yo. What I noticed, Kadeem, was the Miami Dolphins defense did not make the adjustments that I would have wanted them to make. I feel like a Belichick coach team, not even just a Belichick coach team, but you see games in the NFL where, I got a trick for that. Oh, if this is your game plan, I got a trick for that. And they come out and they switch it up. We're not gonna let you be comfortable. And I feel like the Dolphins defense allowed the Patriots offense to play in comfort the entire game. Like it was a dink and dunk. We're just gonna play comfortable with Mac Jones. If you ask me, Mac Jones had Cam Newton's playbook. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there was no difference. It was like little 8-yard routes. How many receptions did the New England Patriots running backs have? We don't know because we're just now recording. Usually we'll come with the stats for you. You feel me? But nah, New England running backs had all kind of receptions. Tight ends had all kind of receptions. There was no real threat downfield for us against Miami. And if you remember last season, opening game last season, they would not test our corners. And they didn't this season either. They intermediate routes, going after the safeties, going after the linebackers. Baker had a day-to-day like, yo, it's going to be a tough one for you, Baker. You got to follow some people. You feel me? So I feel like, man, we let them play comfortable, and I didn't appreciate that. We didn't take them out their comfort zone. I'm getting texts. Oh, Mac Jones. What about Mac Jones, bro? Like, what? Like, he's not doing – he had a couple good passes, look good, whatever. But it was nothing that was, oh, he's eating us up. No, we didn't make the adjustments. If you ask me, I would have played man under or zero. And like now you're gonna beat us, Mac. Like we're gonna do this. We never went at his head. We never went at his dome. He was comfortable, and this game should have been won by more. But I'm completely happy with this W. I need to be clear. I'm happy with this W, but I'm not satisfied. Like, because I know we can do better. You know what I'm saying? So satisfied? Nah. But happy? Absolutely.
So my apologies. The Patriots did get the ball first, and I completely forgot how it started. So Patriots get the ball, first play, it must be a 30, 40-yard run from Damian Harris. Gone. And I was just like, not today. Like, guys, we're not going to do this. Like, let's stop the run and force Damian Harris, Mac Jones to pass the ball. When you watch it back and you watch that opening run, you're just like, nah, don't like that. And did you see Raekwon Davis go down?
Was that in the Patriots opening drive?
So it might have been.
I don't remember Raekwon Davis going down.
So Raekwon Davis went down early. He came back into the game, but then came back out. At first, we thought it was going to be really serious. The fact that he came back in, hopefully, he should be fine for the game against the Bills. But yeah, I think the Patriots game plan, you said it was like a Cam Newton playbook. To me, it was the Brady playbook. It was dink and dunk. And like you said, they didn't test X. They didn't really test Byron Jones. They didn't test our safeties. It was more, like you said, pass to the running back and tight ends. So their receiving core, including running backs, James White had six receptions for 49 yards. Jonnu Smith had 5 receptions for 42 yards. Hunter Henry had 3 receptions for 31 yards. Damian Harris has 2 receptions for 17 yards. Like,
how many receptions did that total? That sounded like at least 20.
6, 12, 17, 20, 22. And then Nelson Aguilar and Kendrick.
Jacoby Meyer.
So Aguilar had 5, Myers had 6. But again, it was very much like, they didn't test X because it's very much, what's the easiest way to kill your quarterback confidence? Throw towards X, interception. It's that simple. And don't get me wrong, the Dolphins defense still got their turnovers. 2 turnovers this game. Keeps up the streak of 23 games. I asked you in the preview pod, would we get 2 turnovers? I said 2 interceptions.
You said over under 2 interceptions.
Yeah, I should have said turnovers. But that's on me. That is on me.
No, I will say this. I would have took 2 turnovers though.
Yeah.
Bro, isn't the streak still alive?
23 games.
We sliding, bro. Listen,
23
the
games.
streak is alive, and I'm good. We're good for a turnover every game. I'd bet the house on a turnover every game. Now, I didn't think Mac was going to throw a pick because I don't think that's not what McDaniels does. Like even last year, it felt like the same. It felt like the same script.
Yeah.
Again, it's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond but across the world. Charlie Touche, Kadeem Simmons. Share, like, subscribe. We are on YouTube now. You know what I'm saying? Give us a like on iTunes. All the good stuff. Leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? We about to grow the brand. We appreciate everybody that rock with us. But I got a question for everybody out there, Dolphin Nation. Y'all still done with Austin Jackson or nah? Like, that's a real question. Everybody was, Austin Jackson done. He's not good enough. Look at his preseason. Yo, I felt like we missed Austin Jackson today. Am I tripping or am I tripping?
Going by his preseason tape, and I use that in inverted commas, going by how he looked in preseason, it looked like he was at this today, to be honest. Liam Eichenberg did not look good at left tackle. He came out after and said he found out he was playing left tackle this morning. So it wasn't even like it was something that was really, worked on throughout the week. It was this morning, by the way, you're playing left tackle. The O-line was bad. They had their moments, but I also think so that opening drive, you saw two again at the pocket, roll out, all that kind of stuff. And then they just went away from it until basically the touchdown drive to Jalen Waddle. Like, to me, it made no sense. Like, we saw this last year. When you get two out of the pocket, when you get him rolling out and stuff like that, perfect. You saw some RPOs to Devontae Parker. Perfect. Brilliant. It worked. And yet we didn't do it enough. To me, it made no sense. To go back to Austin Jackson, I definitely think he's needed. But again, going from his preseason play, it probably might have been similar to what we saw from Liam Eichenberg today. And it was just a matter of...
bro, I don't want to hear that. This is the real season. This is the regular season.
No,
preseason don't matter, bro. Like, all that, we have his preseason tape and we have his last season tape. He played better last season than he did this season in the preseason. I feel like that's fair that you can come off your first offseason in the NFL ever and be like, you know what? This is my first offseason ever. Played preseason for the first time because there was no preseason last year. You know what? Maybe he was a little behind the 8 ball. You know what I'm saying? But you can't tell me that you ever seen Austin Jackson get handled like Liam Eichenberg did today. Like, dog got put on his glutes.
But then hold on. So, like, we saw that from Austin Jackson in preseason, and to give Liam Eichenberg some defense, in preseason he looked fine at right tackle. You have to give it at right tackle.
Right tackle.
Yeah. So he's now being flipped to left tackle, and he found it this morning. So it's not like he had practiced all week. He even said before the game, he said he practiced at left guard and right tackle, some at center, none at left tackle. And the morning of the game, they just said, go in there and play left tackle. For me, if anything, I would rather play Jesse Davis at left tackle and Eichenberg at right tackle. Like,
remember when we talked about this in the preseason, and I was like, "There's no way the Dolphins are doing this." Like,
yeah,
the plan is to really play him at one position, but we're gonna throw him in the whole preseason to throw for a competitive advantage in another position. Nah, bro. Nah, I don't. That's not what I want from my team. I want stability from my team. Put this man in a position and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? We need stability as a unit on the O-line, and we do not have that right now. And we're not even sure about these O-line pieces. This is not good right now. We got the W. You know, I'm all about results. We got the W. We want to know. We won 10 games last year. Now I could kind of stop saying we won 10 games last year. We're 1-0 now. And moving forward, that's what I'll go off of. I'm not gonna go off of we won 10 games last year no more. We're 1-0 now. We're first in the division. We have a chance to go up 2 games on Buffalo early. We're not even gonna get into that discussion yet. Not even. Hey, I'm in Gillette Stadium. see the banners. I ain't gonna lie. There's an arrogance to these fans out here, bro. To these Patriot fans, bro. I don't like it. Like I said, shout out. No shout out. Y'all don't get no shout outs. But y'all are good humans. Y'all are good humans. There's no disrespect. I appreciate that. Right. But nah, man. I did not come to kiss the ring, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I should probably say this in bonus time, but I go to the bathroom, dog. Like I think like the urinal might be like color sensitive because I had like some bright colors on. Because I felt like the water was splashing a little much. I'm like, no, I don't appreciate this. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I don't like, does it splash like this for Patriots fans? So I was not comfortable, man. But listen, I feel like when I say we could have did better, I feel like we left them in the game for too long. And when you let a good team hang around the game for too long, what happens is you end up losing that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might sneak out with a win. And I feel like we could have put them out earlier. You know what I'm saying? That Waddle drop, bro. Listen, I don't get on. I'm not bashing nobody's head, but I feel like, that Waddle drop was crucial because if you remember me saying if we ever go up 13 on the team, I think I said 17, but I'm changing it to 13. If we ever go up 13 on the team, no one's ever gonna come back on us. How about this? Why is Mac Jones getting Tom Brady calls?
Read the ticker.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah,
I see it. Why is Tom Brady? Is it I guess the Patriots getting the calls? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is Mac Jones getting Tom Brady calls? Shout out to these people, even though I should change it so because y'all don't sponsor us. So I'm not gonna let you see the logo.
Yeah, that was. Landon Roberts has done everything he needs to do. He's, come through the A gap, B gap, block off, nope, get him away, like stiff arm to the face on the floor. And that interaction hasn't fallen over. Because of that, he's hit Mac Jones low. But it's not dirty low, it's I'm falling over. I've controlled, tackled you to the ground, flag comes out. And it's like, really? Like, are we really doing this? Because let's be honest, outside of that, Mac Jones probably doesn't score a touchdown that game. And if Mac Jones doesn't score a touchdown that game, the Dolphins, like, it's one of those sliding doors moments. If the Patriots settle for 3 there, then Miami have that, the defense is like, yeah, we've got this. We held them out. Tua comes on the field. God, let's shut this game down. Instead, the Patriots get the touchdown. The crowd go wild. They're like, yeah, we're back in the game. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, this isn't what we expected. No, in our fair play, we brought it back into the half 10-10. But, yeah, refs stay reffing. It's silly. It's annoying. But what can you do? When you go to Foxboro, you've got to play the extra man. And as long as Miami come out with the W, that's all that matters.
If you see me drinking my hot chocolate all weird, like covering up labels, it's because the place where I got this hot chocolate, they don't endorse us yet. So I didn't want to get them free publicity, you know what I'm saying? So I had to drink my hot chocolate in a funny looking way. But you can only see that if you follow us and subscribe on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We growing the brand. Listen. The refs, bro. It's like it's not really on the refs, but listen, I'll go back to what I was saying. I feel like there were opportunities in this game where we had chances to take the lead and build on it. And we didn't, I don't want to say we didn't want it enough, but I felt like we were too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, shout out. Let's do this right now. Let's just get this out of the way so Kadeem can have his time under the sun. Shout out to Devontae Parker for coming on with some of them grabs. Dog had one on the sideline. Like, that's Devontae Parker. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? This is why you keep Devontae Parker. Shout out to Xavier Howard. Listen, when we said, dog, we need a turnover, we need an interception, we need something, And you said he came up with a fumble, but technically he came up with a forced fumble. You know what I'm saying? He came up with what I have liked to see Tua Tagovailoa with 2 minutes left drive down the field in Foxboro and win one. Of course, I was kind of like, you know what? I was uncomfortable, but I like this is it, Tua. You know what I'm saying? You get this, put your name in lights. Like, listen, all that talk from the offseason, all the haters, everybody coming at your dome, all the anti-Tuas. You got anti-Tuas and you got pro-Tuas, right? It would have been nipped in the bud. 2-minute drill, Foxboro, you come back, you win the game on your own accord. But X doesn't give Tua that chance. X says, I'm gonna take this in my own hands, literally, and he came up with a strip. Dolphins get the ball, 3:30 left in the game. Fans are leaving the stadium. Burt looked at me like, not the 6-time Super Bowl champions leaving the game with 4 minutes left. Like, yo, it's 4 whole minutes left. Why y'all leaving now? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe it. I actually got footage. You know what I'm saying? It didn't come out that good because I was enjoying myself in the game. You know what I'm saying? I was really enjoying it. Like, so you're gonna see some pictures, you're gonna see some footage, but just know I was not in media mode. I was really in fan mode, and I was just happy we got the W. But yeah, no, we're not kissing nobody rings.
I think the one thing that I will say, because again, you know the media narrative is going to be Mac Jones outplays Tua, but Tua got the win because of the defense and all that kind of stuff. It's so annoying because I always feel like with these Tua games, there's moments where, and I put this bluntly, but I don't mean to be blunt, his teammates let him down. And I could think of 3 examples off the bat, which were potentially game-changing. The Jalen Waddle drop on 3rd down, which we both spoke about. That's, Jalen's in your hands. Come on, dude. Like, let's make a play. There was another 3rd down where Tua rolls out to his left. Nothing's on. Fair play to Mike Gesicki for being, for basically stopping. Tua throws it to him. Completion, 1st down. Wait, nope. Solomon Kinley is ahead of the ball. Penalty, bring it back. And then once we got the ball back after the X fumble, Tua on a designed keeper, one's out to the left.
Hold it.
Awful, ugly slide. Slide was horrible.
Yeah,
disgusting. But then again, you got to bring it back because of holding. And it's like, in that situation, like if that 1st down is given, or at least 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2, you don't get the horrible interception, which Tua came out and spoke about after, and he was like, I was trying to throw the ball away. And I watching, I was like, yeah, you're trying to throw the ball away, you just didn't get it out enough. But even in trying to throw the ball away, the ball hits Albert Wilson's hands, then it hits Mike Gesicki's hands, and then they intercept it. So I got to an argument with a Browns fan on this, and he was like, oh, Tua threw the game away. And I was like, no, he didn't, because the Dolphins won. And the Dolphins were winning when interception happened. Plus, when you see it, Baker Mayfield driving down the field to try and win the game against the Chiefs, he threw an interception, game lost. So, like, before you talk on my team, look at your team. But, like, that was Tua's only mistake.
Bro. What I told you about arguing with Brown fans, bro?
Again, like no, he came at Tua's neck. And I'm like, listen, look at your own team. Like,
he came at Tua's neck.
He did. He was like, oh, Tua threw the game. And I was like, well, we won. So, but again, it's Tua came out and was like, yeah, I went to throw the ball away. I didn't. It's unfortunate. But I also feel like there's moments in these games where Tua does everything right. The play call is perfect. The execution is perfect. And there's something happens, you just go, again, Kevin Hart voice, help me.
Help me.
Help me.
Listen, Tua, I like Tua, my dog. But there were some plays I would like to have back for Tua.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm going to tell you this, that Albert Wilson pass that was in the end zone, Tua has to put that ball on the outside shoulder.
100%.
Outside shoulder, it's a harder catch for Albert Wilson, but he's the only person that can get to it. And you come down with that pass, game is as good as it's gonna get. As good as we I don't ever call it over, but you put yourself in a position where, like I said, you ever go up 13, ain't nobody coming back on the Dolphins. So Tua has to put that ball on the outside shoulder. You're always going to hear, oh, remember when Jakeem Grant was wide open and he dropped this pass, but that pass could have been better from Tua. Man, I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Tua could have put that ball on the outside shoulder because it was too far inside. DB got his hand on the ball. We didn't come down with 6. That play where he was throwing it away, in real time from where I was sitting, it looked like he was trying to throw it away. And then when I seen the replay a few times, it still looked like he was trying to throw it away. And there were some plays where I felt like, and Tua says he don't listen to the talk. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Tua was doing things that were not really himself. And he was forcing passes that he may not really want to throw and if he's just, I'm gonna just be myself, because some of them passes are not Tua-esque. You know what I'm saying? So I seen some of those, and I seen some Fitz magic. Like I seen some, I'm gonna just give my guy a chance and whatever happens, because he was mentored by Fitz magic. Shout out to Ryan Fitz magic, by the way. Hopefully his injury is not serious. I hope he comes back and he can play next week. Man, here on Go Time Dolphins, we love Fitz Magic. I'm actually getting me a jersey that says Fitz Magic on it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully Fitz Magic is all right, but we talking about the Dolphins now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Kadeem.
I was just going to say, I spoke last season and I said, for me as a fan, and this is me personally, I'd rather see Tua throw for 110 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception, and the Dolphins win. But I know there'll be other Dolphins fans and even rival fans who want to see Tua throw for 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and not really care about the W and stuff like that. And I 100% agree with what you said. There are throws where I was just like, this isn't Tua, if that makes sense. There were some beautiful deep throws, beautiful on the money. That's what we want to see from Tua. And I do want to see him push it down the field, but not make stupid throws. And I feel like that interception, I do believe he was trying to throw it out of bounds, but kind of out of bounds where actually the receiver might be able to drag it in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so and you don't want to get what's that?
Intentional grounding.
You don't want to get a grounded penalty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and he was under duress. Like, like I think you add all that together, he's a left-handed quarterback. So if he was right-handed, it would have been easier to throw that ball away. But because he's left-handed and under duress, going in that direction, that's a hard pass. There's no way. I thought he was trying to really make that pass. There's no way. If you look at like what's going on in the play, you're not even gonna. That's some Brett Favre stuff. If you try to keep that in the field of play, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think again, and that's one. And I think again, Brian Flores came out after and said, "No one plays perfect, but we'll clean things up." All that kind of stuff. I think one of the things you will see is, again, it's a conversation between Brian Flores and Tua, or the quarterback's coach and Tua, or even Jacoby Brissett and Tua. And it's like, if you're going to throw the ball away, stands. And when I mean stands,
first row to stand straight up.
No, 10th row. Give a fan a game ball. Don't kind of throw it towards the sideline and aim a rack like that. No. And the thing is,
you ever seen Varsity Blues?
No.
I know you haven't, but I have to ask because that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I know you never seen Varsity Blues, but in Varsity Blues, my dog Mox, shout out to Moxon, you know what I'm saying? Mox throws a pass away and hits the mascot in the nose, like bam, just hits him in the nose. You know what I'm saying? And then there's one play where there's earlier. All right, we're not gonna spoil no movies. We don't spoil no movies here. But but shout out to Mox, and he was throwing the ball away, hit the mascot in the nose. But go ahead, my bad, bro.
No, I was just gonna say, it's one of them things where there were plays left on the field by the Miami Dolphins by Tua, and it's just a matter of, okay, let's learn from this. We go again next week. I'm glad Jalen Waddle got his touchdown on the TV broadcast. You can hear the players go, "Yo, keep that ball, first one." So that's great. It's also interesting that Adam Mike Gesicki didn't have a single catch all game. I think he had maybe like one or two. I think he had like 3 targets. Is what it is. Albert Wilson, I saw him out for a few plays. I don't think I saw Jakeem Grant as a wide receiver at all. He was on special teams with kick returns.
I seen him out. I seen him out there, but there was nothing that went his way.
Oh, okay, it'll be interesting to see the snap count.
But yeah, it wasn't high at all.
Yeah,
if it's probably less than 5. Like if
probably.
I had to.
And
listen. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I'm saying, and we get Will Fuller back. So yeah,
what's that gonna look like? Here's the thing. Burt said this while we're on the way out the parking lot. Everybody want to dap you up, by the way, on the way out the game, out the stadium. Every Dolphin fan you come across want to give you a hug and a kiss and COVID out here. I'm like, yo, y'all boys playing right now. Like, I'm trying to just pound people, and the pound is not good enough for people, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They come, yo, we beat the Patriots. I'm like, dang. So, all right. So Burt said this on the way out, like, yo, we get Fuller back next week. I believe, like, we're straight. I believe we look decent. You know what I'm saying? Did we look great? Not great, but you don't play the Patriots every single week. You know what I'm saying? You're not playing the New England Patriots every single week. That for as far as the defense goes, you're not going to play against Josh McDaniels, who's already 6 Super Bowl rings in. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get that. You're not getting Belichick every single week. As far as the offense goes, yo, we know what time it is with Belichick. You know what I'm saying? So you get to take a breather, like, whew, we escaped with one. You know what I'm saying? I felt like we should have won by more, but we got the W, right? Fuller comes back. What better time to improve than now? When you have a 0-1 Buffalo Bills team that is angry and hot coming into Miami for your home opener, and you need to perform better. Right now is the best time we could play Buffalo at home right now, because now we get Fuller back, we get friend of the podcast Austin Jackson back. Eichenberg probably plays right tackle or wherever you want him to play on the line. I do not like the fact that we have not figured that out yet. I don't like that, but this is where we are. So we get Austin Jackson back, we get Fuller back. We're 1-0 and have a chance to go 2 games up on Buffalo early. Like, yo, this is a 12-round fight, bro. I say all the time, it's a 12-round fight, and you up one round to nothing right now. To go up 2 rounds, and we're not gonna get into Buffalo too much, but to get up a couple games on a division will be nice.
Yeah, definitely. And I just think, this is prime. Every week, take it as its own. Back to the defensive line, Brian Flores said we played the best 5 guys. It's like, okay, even if you did, you played him in the wrong position. Because like I said, Jesse Davis at left tackle, Eichenberg at right tackle. And that's simply because we've seen in live, NFL games, we've seen Jesse Davis at left tackle. We don't like it, but we've seen it. And in preseason, we've seen Liam Eichenberg at right tackle. And you practice with Eichenberg at right tackle. Don't mess around. And again, don't mess around against a Bill Belichick defense with Matt Judon and Josh Uche on the other side. And Carl Van Noy. And Carl Van Noy wants to win that game so badly.
So bad.
Carl Van Noy was just
so bad. He wanted that.
I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a picture from the end of the game, because it was on TV, of Tua like kind of hugging Carl Van Noy and like saying something to him. And then people were like, caption this. And people were like, one of the captions I saw was, I know you're the guy that's speaking bad to me in the media. And it's like, yeah, it probably would you. But you know what? I got the dub again. I got the dub. So now what? What are you gonna do?
I
Also,
like
very
it.
quickly, for a team that lost, Patriot players are talking like just dirt after the game. So JC Jackson after the game was like, that Tua interception, that's what Tua does. No, it's not. No, it's not. And then on the Devontae Parker catch, it was like, oh, that was on me. I let him get it. No, you didn't. Parker went up there and was like, Parker, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Stephen Gilmore or JC Jackson. Give me that ball. Like,
hey, yo, dog has a side gig as a comedian. That's 100%. What's going on here.
100%. Like you lost and trying to talk after the game. No, like don't. This guy said that's what Tua does. Nah, no, it's not.
Listen. You got football talk that goes around for millenniums. You know what I'm saying? As long as the game's been here, and there's a quote in football where if you lose, say little. If you win, say less. You know what I'm saying? Dog need to take notes. You know what I'm saying? But look, we about to go into bonus time. We got the dub. It's Victory Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? But we'll call it Victory Monday. Kadeem Simmons pulled a primetime episode for a primetime podcast. What time is it now? Like 3. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
3:43.
Shout out to my co-host.
It's getting light outside.
MVP performance. Listen, man, before we go into bonus time. For everyone who listens to the audio version, we're gonna say it again. Follow us on YouTube, share, like, subscribe. Then you get to see the outfit that I wore to the game. And I want to shout out the person who helped me put part of this outfit together. I got the draft hat. To shout out to JPF Scout, got the draft hat, hooked me up with the draft hat. But not only did he hook me up with a draft hat, I told you I wanted to go to the game bright. Like, yo, I need to be in aqua and orange. You know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't want to be in my black jersey because I wanted it to be known that we were here in enemy territory. So I wore my jacket over my black jersey that JPF Scott hooked me up with. And y'all got to go to YouTube and see this thing, man. It's 40 acres in a Hellcat, all black and orange. Shula patch, Miles Gaskin. You know what I'm saying? Check this thing out. Draft hat, Charlie Touche. Y'all know what it is. Kadeem Simmons. Hey, stay positive, test negative. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already. Woo!
Starting very quickly, just to get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Those Detroit Lions had one job. You have one job. Win the game. And dude, they were bad. And the funny thing is, Jimmy G tried to help him. Jimmy G was doing Jimmy G things. And then Trey Lance came in and that was it. Those Detroit Lions were bad.
Hold on. So Jimmy got yanked?
So I was watching the Seahawks. Who the Hawks play? Seahawks. Colts, yeah. Dude, Russell Wilson. Tyler Lockett. So I was watching that. But I saw like, you know, some fantasy groups was like mistake from Jimmy G. And then next thing I know is that Trey Lance touchdown pass, first pass. I was like, oh, I don't know what happened the rest of the game, but the 49ers, I want to know. Reason why I'm talking about that is because Baywatch, we have their first round pick, and they won a game. So that's not good for us, but it is what it is. Not much you can do about it.
So if you've been following the podcast, for those of us who hung around for the first season of the podcast, we appreciate you. We appreciate your loyalty, your patience, and your support, man. Like, we're growing. We just upped it up on another platform this year, and we want to take the sophomore leap. For those of us who've been following Go Time Dolphins since last year, we had Houston. We have a problem. And that segment was because we had Houston's first round pick. And with Houston's first round pick, we selected, well, we didn't select anybody with Houston's first round pick because we traded it to San Francisco. So instead of Houston, we have a problem this year. My co-host eloquently put it, Baywatch. So as Dolphin fans, we need to see San Fran lose as many games as possible, because when we traded back to 12, I believe we traded back to 12 for San Fran to move up. Then we traded from 12 to 6. Right. So in that swap with San Fran and Philly and all the other good stuff, we acquired San Fran's first round pick in 2022 and 23. Right? Did we trade 23 away?
I thought it was 23, but I can fact check quickly.
We traded one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, we traded one of them to Philly to move up to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we traded 23. We traded 2023. So listen, we need San Fran to take as many L's as possible. We don't wish nobody injury here on Go Time Dolphins. We just hope you have an unsuccessful season. You know what I'm saying? And for me, Jimmy G could just be Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? I never thought Jimmy G was somebody for real, for real. If y'all want to go pay him all that cash, y'all can go ahead and do that. Y'all should matter of fact, y'all should start Jimmy G the whole season. That's what I think they should do. Let Trey Lance chill for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let them learn under somebody, you know what I'm saying, how not to do it. And let Jimmy G play, and we could get this I'm so glad we're here. We could get this high first round pick again. Hopefully it's in the top 10, or for Derek Stingley Jr.'s sake, it'll be top 5. Kadeem, how do you feel about Derek Stingley Jr. playing wide receiver 2?
Let's not do that.
The man is taking wide receiver snaps.
I'm starting to go away from drafting Derek Stingley Jr. I know.
Hey, so you're backpedaling, is what you're saying?
No, hear me out.
What's up?
We need O-line. And first pick of that draft for the Dolphins, if we go and get a stud center, I won't be angry at that. I really wouldn't. So again, I'm the Derek Stingley guy. That is me. But the way the O-line is playing right now, protect Tua. Please protect Tua.
So
is it Lindenbaum or something like that? The center?
I mean, you're not gonna take a center in the top 5.
Oh no, of course not. But at the same time,
I mean, we could trade back, but listen. All right, I'm not. We this is bonus time. We could have a whole show on this. We're not gonna have a whole show on this though. Let me ask you this: you think Thibodeau should sit the rest of the season out, since he's supposed to be consensus first overall pick and he got hurt for Oregon, the DN from Oregon? Do you think he should sit for the rest of the season?
No. Because
you almost had it, Kadeem. You almost said
almost,
right thing, bro.
But you know what? Like I think in a COVID season, yeah. I also think that, let's be honest, someone's going to go and want to get a quarterback. That's just the way it is. So you might be the consensus number 1 pick, but you probably won't go number 1 because someone's going to go and reach for a quarterback. So. Like the Lions are going to mess around and have 2 first-round picks, them and the Rams are currently winning, and the Lions are going to want to go and get a quarterback. They don't need at the end.
Hey, that's all we got here on Go Time Dolphins. Check us out on YouTube. Check out the visor that I wore to the game. I like this visor. I think I'm going to make it a thing now. Shout out to Kadeem Simmons. Go Time Dolphins. Signing out.